Hi everybody. My next topic is BlackRock involved with or responsible for the data centers? Yes, BlackRock is heavily involved in the development, ownership, and financing of data centers, primarily through its infrastructure, investment arms, and strategic partnerships formed in 2024 and 2025. While BlackRock does not directly operate the daily technical functions of data centers itself, it acts as a major investor and owner. The responsibility for paying for new data centers is currently split between hyperscaler technology companies, financial investors, and increasingly utility ratepayers, us, the taxpayers, with intense legislative debate occurring over how to shift more of the burden to tech giants. The primary financial responsibilities in 2026. Big tech hyperscalers, companies like Alphabet, Google, Amazon, AWS, Meta, and Microsoft are driving with the combined projected investment of roughly 660 to 690 billion in 2026 for AI infrastructure, including data centers and power capacities. Special purpose vehicles and debt investors. Data centers are often funded through special purpose vehicles, SPVs, which create a legal boundary for the project's assets and liabilities. Major financing often includes debt from banks like e.g. JP Morgan, MUFG, and equity from private capital firms. I want to state clearly first that I am using AI mode. It's the very AI that these companies are creating, including BlackRock. All my information will come from their own site. I want to also talk about JP Morgan Chase, which BlackRock is heavily invested in stocks with as well. The interest rates are so high with even with, at the time I had good credit, and I had to go to a company to help me alleviate some of my debt, because my credit card debt, because of the interest rates. It was making my monthly payments so high I couldn't live or function. I don't understand why these institutions charge so much interest rate. I don't understand it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Publications providers. Companies such as Vantage Data Centers and Ecological are building and operating large multi-tenant facilities. The power cost shift. Legislative action. A major point of contention is who pays for the massive new power substations, transmission lines, and power plants required to run these data centers. Utilities and ratepayers. Historically, utilities have passed the cost of new infrastructure on to regular customers through higher utility bills. Well, I can't afford higher utility bills. Why would we have to pay for water, this massive millions of gallons of water that Arizona doesn't have, electricity and equipment bill for these centers, plus damage to our lands? Legislative mandate, new regulations. To prevent this, states like Kentucky and New Jersey are passing laws requiring data centers to pay their own grid infrastructure, such as requiring 85% of service costs to be paid by the data center. Bring your own power, BYO requirements. Some jurisdictions are forcing developers to enter long-term contracts and pay for the power upgrades directly to ensure taxpayers do not pick up the tab if the AI bubble bursts. But what about the land they are tearing up? Ecosystems, wildlife, use of our water and power grid, not to mention fragmentation. I also read where a high voltage noise hurts the local cattle and other farm animals and wildlife. It sends out a frequency that only they can hear. Key 2026 trends. Massive investment. Major upcoming projects include OpenAI, Oracle, $100 billion Stargate data center in Texas, and Vantage Data Centers, which is a $25 billion project. power constraints. Because data centers are outpacing the speed of power plant construction, there is an intense focus on ensuring these projects pay their own way. Tech companies pledges Companies like Meta and Microsoft have stated they will pay the full cost of their energy usage and infrastructure upgrade. So what exactly are these data centers being created for? Data centers are being built at an unprecedented rate, primarily to support the expansion of artificial intelligence, AI, and the continued shift towards cloud-based services. They serve as a physical backbone of the digital economy, housing the massive computer power requirement for everything from training complex AI models to hosting everyday apps like Netflix and Office 360.